Hi there, my name is Sarah, and today I am making cinnamon banana muffins, and I thought I would share with you guys. So here we have all of your ingredients. We have cinnamon, salt, all-purpose flour, baking soda, vanilla extract, sugar, vegetable oil. The butter will be for the cinnamon sugar topping, and then we have 2 eggs, ripe bananas. I know the bananas look horrible, but that's actually perfect. You can also use bananas at this state as well. These ones work just fine. And then we have our muffin tin, and you can also use the mini muffin tin. Those work just as well. Okay, so here we're going to mix 2/3 cup of white sugar first. There's a little bit of chunks in them, but I'll break them up when I mix it right here. And then a 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. And then 2 large eggs. So I got a shell in there, so I'm actually going to use this to get it out. All right, there we go. All right, now we're going to mix it together. It's good to use a wire whisk, but I don't have one, so I'm using a fork. So I'm actually going to mash up the bananas in the bowl. I don't really see the difference about mashing them separately and then mashing them in the bowl. It's the same thing. So now we're going to do a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and I'll just mash the bananas in the bowl. So I have a couple pieces of banana that are struggling to mash. So what I actually do is I bring it up to the edge here. You'll see there's like a little chunk there, and I actually use the edge of the bowl to smash it that way. So now we're going to add the flour here, and it is 1 cup and 2/3 cup of flour. So I'm actually using a 1/2 cup because I like the smaller than 1 cup. So then I do 2 of these. 1/2 cup. Teaspoon of baking soda. I have my baking soda in this little container here because the box doesn't keep it closed very well. There we go. And then it's a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. It's a little more than a 1/2 teaspoon, but that's fine. It's not a big deal. I love cinnamon. Okay, got a nice clean measuring. Then this part, you don't want to over mix it. So you want to just kind of mix it good, but you don't want to over mix it. You're supposed to just mix it until there's no more flour streaks. There we go. It's all mixed. Looks great. Okay, so here we have our muffin tin, nicely greased. I used spray olive oil, and I spray it really, really good because I don't like to use muffin tins. So I want to make sure the muffins come out really easy. It also helps us clean it. So here I have a big spoon and a small spoon, and what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to scoop it with a big spoon. I don't really measure exactly, I just kind of go for it because you can always fill them later. And then I actually just use the small spoon to get it out here. You can do it however you want. If you have a ice cream scooper, you want to use an actual measuring spoon, like cup, you can do that too, whatever floats your boat. Sometimes I end up getting 11 muffins instead of 12. I don't really mind that. If you want all 12, then, just take some from each one to try and get a full thing here, a full 12, but I don't mind having 11. So I actually have some semi-sweet chocolate chips left over from when I made some cookies. That's the oven. So I'm actually going to add a couple to a couple of them just to see how they come out here. And then we're just going to kind of mix those in. And then my husband and mother-in-law actually requested walnuts for the next time I made these. Okay, we got the chopped walnuts here, so we're gonna add a little bit to a couple muffins. Okay, those looked mixed enough, I guess. Okay, we're gonna put them in the oven now. They look really good. Let's check them though. So I'm gonna check probably one of the bigger ones here. See here, you can see how it's still a little bit wet, but that's actually good because then when they sit here for 5 minutes, they're actually gonna cook a little bit more, and then they're not gonna be all dry. You don't want them to be dry. So if you make these muffins in the mini tins, you're gonna want to make sure you do them a lot less time. Maybe like start with 10 minutes and then check them, because the mini muffins, they're so much smaller, so they're gonna cook way quicker. So now while these are resting, I'm actually gonna get our cinnamon sugar mixture going and melt the butter. So I will show you that. Okay, so we have our melted butter, and now we're doing a 1/4 cup of sugar. I like to double the cinnamon sugar mix sometimes, but today I'm just gonna leave it. And then 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. I have a wire whisk, but little baby ones. Break up that sugar. So now we're going to dip them. So let's start over here. I usually just use like a little fork and they pop right out and they're perfect. So you're going to dip it in the butter first. I just do the top like that. Then you're going to dip it in the cinnamon sugar mix. And I just kind of twist it around. And that's what they'll look like. Oh, let me get it here. Oh, here we go. That's what they'll look like. Beautiful. And then I have a little container over here. And you just repeat that with all of them. And then if you have, like my husband doesn't like the cinnamon sugar mix, so I actually leave off a muffin or two for him without the cinnamon sugar mix. Okay, so I'm actually going to open one up for you here. That was the very first one we dipped here. This one doesn't have any walnuts or chocolate chips. And you'll see here, it's beautiful. Just perfect in my opinion. So I'm going to eat this right now and give the other half to my daughter. Here we go. Cheers. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you find this recipe helpful. I hope you try it yourself because it's super good, smells amazing. So happy to have you join me today, and I hope you try it yourself. So check out my channel for more. I just got started, so give me some time to get some more recipes going, and please subscribe. Thank you so much. Bye.